What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome again to the South Coast Footballholic podcast. Jordan Warren and myself are joined by a Wollongong Olympic midfielder, James Carli. Carli, thanks for coming on, mate. How was your Olympics performance on the weekend? Good win over Wollongong United.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was good. It was weird to be playing in a team that I've only been with for about a week. But even the coach said George said he was proud of how well the boys are all gelled together, considering a lot of them have only been in the squad for only like a week or two. So
That's good, yeah. What do you reckon separated Olympic from United on the weekend? What was the main difference?
for me, I think it definitely was. We just seemed a little bit more hungry. I think in the first, because I mean we scored all three goals. I think in the first 30 minutes or so. So I think they were just a little bit slow to get started, and they weren't expecting it. So I think all the boys were super keen to play and they had a lot of energy. So
And how did you think you went on a personal level, performance-wise? How do you think you fared?
yeah, I played right. I played left back on the weekend just because I don't know. I think somebody or injuries or something like that. But yeah, it was. I haven't played there before, but I played okay. I just had to adjust a little bit to obviously the league because it is a little bit different in the way people play and stuff like that. But yeah, it was good. I was happy with how I played.
Jordan, you can take the next one or next two.
Yeah, thanks, Pollard. How are you? You've obviously played one game in the Illawarra Premier League with Wollongong Olympic, James. How are you enjoying? Obviously, you've been training with them, but you had your first hit out on the weekend. How are you enjoying playing with the likes of Jack Keating, Mark Every, James Baldacchino as well? Does it help you as a young player trying to make your mark in the league?
Yeah, well, I played with Baldy before the Wolves, so he's always a good player and a good influence and stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't played with Mark before or Jack, but I'm not sure about Mark. But I know Jack used to be an NPL player, so he's class, and so is Mark. So I think defensively, Olympic have got it pretty sorted. They've got a really really good back line with some like good experienced players. So I feel like they'll do well for the season. But having like three figures like that in the team to sort of command it from the back, as well as like Justin Passfield and stuff like that, I think he's going to be really, really good for the team going forward.
And obviously, it's early days for yourself. You played one competitive fixture in the IPL. Coming from your background, you've obviously had MPL one experience. How did the physicality of the game on the weekend compare to some of your other games in the state league?
Yeah, it was good. I played a few games when I was younger in IPL. I have seen the games and stuff like that, but I haven't played a lot of first grade sort of as a senior. So the physicality, it's similar. I feel like in IPL, it is a little bit more physical, there's more pressing and stuff like that. Whereas in MPL, they tend to like sit back and let you play around a bit more. So whenever we were playing out for the back, you had to be quick because the other teams are going to push really hard. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good to see.
And I didn't mention him earlier, Justin Passfield, of course, signing with the club. How has that been? Obviously, he's got a wealth of experience. How has he been around the team and more specifically you yourself?
Yeah. Juzzo is really, really good. He's definitely someone that if I was a coach, I'd 100% want to sign. He's very experienced, shoulders on his head. You know, he knows everything about football. And during a game, he commands from the back and he lets everybody know what they need to do, where they need to be. And then even at training as well, he just sort of keeps everyone focused and stuff like that. But it's almost like having a second coach on the field. So it's good to have him there.
And talking about another signing from Olympic this year, former J-League striker Yu Hasegawa, how's it like playing behind an ex-professional like him?
Yeah, he's good. This weekend was the first time I've seen him play or anything like that. So, but he's again same thing, very experienced. Like just some of the things he does when he brings the ball down and plays and stuff like that. You can tell he's been around the block. So, but he's a very good striker, and I think he'll get quite a few goals this year as well.
And how's Olympic preparing for the game on the weekend against South Coast United at PCYC?
Was the fields? I'm not sure how the field is at the moment, but yeah, not so much Hopefully there's no running or anything like that. I think it's more just, making sure we play around with the ball and stuff like that and get touches on the ball. Because, I know a lot of the teams haven't really had big pre-seasons just because they're trying to get the league cranked up quickly. So, again, I'm not sure we still have another session before the weekend, but I don't know any of the players or anything like that at South Coast or how they play. So, I'm sure we'll talk about that at training before the weekend.
Moving back to the game on the weekend, especially you were playing Wollongong United in the derby, obviously, and considering that Wollongong United had just won the Fraternity Cup, Wollongong Olympic was seen as probably the underdogs in that one, and not many people thought that your team would get the win. Was that a driving factor for the weekend? Because you guys, I watched the first half of you boys on Saturday, and you seemed really determined to prove a few people wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. The whole point going to the game was, it was not to worry about what happened in pre-season or what cups people had won. It was more just about the game on the day. Because especially in IPL, anything can happen. Doesn't matter. Who has what history or who's won what. It was, like I said, about what was going to happen on the day. And I feel like all the boys are really pumped to sort of prove that we can beat them and stuff like that. So
there was you touched on it just then. The pre-season form is probably one of the reasons why the Wollongong United were considered favourites on the weekend. Can you put that down to anything other than just perhaps maybe a few signings not gelling or not playing due to different circumstances? Did you read much into the pre-season results, or it wasn't a concern for you boys?
Not really. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be playing for this year at that point. So, I wasn't personally looking into it a whole lot. I know a lot of the other more experienced boys weren't either. Like I said, I don't think they really cared about who won what in pre-season. But everyone knew as a whole, like, they had a good squad, and they demonstrated that. But yeah, it was just, I think it was more just like a belief thing. All the boys knew that, like, we can beat them. We have the squad, we have the players, we have the talent. It's just about rocking up on the day and scoring goals. So.
And what are Olympics goals for the season, do you reckon? Is it go straight for the league title, or is it push for top 5 in this shortened coronavirus affected season? Or what do you reckon is Olympics goals at the moment? Number 1 at least?
Yeah, 100%. They're out to win it. They're a club like United and clubs like Bulla and stuff like that. They always have like a winning mentality and a winning culture. So they're not out to finish top 3 or top 4 or top 5. They're definitely out to win. And like I said before, they do have the players. They've got the squad. It's just, about rocking up on the weekend and getting the results, I guess.
And what are your personal goals for the season yourself? You obviously touched on you just wanted to get some minutes in the leagues earlier because you weren't sure you were playing a couple of weeks ago because of Sutherland pulling out of the NPL. Is it just a matter of getting minutes in the leagues for you, or is it going out and having a successful shortened season?
Well, yeah, it's definitely getting minutes in the leagues and getting minutes in positions that I want to play. But it's also about sort of getting exposed to that physicality again, I guess, because I think I could take that back to the NPL and that'll be good. But it's not just about me personally as well. It's about working with the team and nobody likes to lose. It's obviously a good thing to win. So getting a win for the season or winning the comp would be good as well.
And I just wanted to ask you, James, when the decision to sign with Wollongong Olympic, was there any other club you were considering, or was it definitely always going to be Olympic when you decided to move to the IPL?
Not really. I only got messaged by one or two other clubs really. But Olympics team, it was sort of a combination of I'll be getting minutes and we'll be getting wins as well. I didn't want to go to a team where I was just going to be losing every week sort of thing or having to fight for positions. I feel like, it just felt like the best fit for me, and they've got a decent coach and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And I believe you played left back on the weekend, but your preferred position would be in midfield. Is that correct?
Yeah. I played. Normally I play in the middle, but I have played fullback and stuff like that before. At the Wolves, I played there a little bit, and at Bulleye before that. So I have played there. Normally on the right side. I have played there before though, so I never played on the left. But yeah, it's just sort of, again, I'd prefer to play in the middle, but yeah, I'll just play where the team needs me and where I best fit into the system. So, like I said, for me, it's not like I'd like to play in the middle, but it's more just getting minutes and playing and stuff like that. So if that's at left back, if that's where they need me, then I'm more than happy to do so.
Well, mate, thanks so much for having a quick chat with us about Olympic and yourself in the IPL in 2020. Go well. I'm sure we'll see you this weekend at PCYC because we'll be playing out there as well. But take care. Thanks for coming on. And yeah, good to see you. It's been a couple of years after the old Dyer Championships up at Valentine Sports Park. So
Yeah,
thanks again for coming on.
that's all right. No worries. Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, mate.